Can I start that over? I didn't know if I was like, do I say my last name? And it threw me off. Hi, I'm Elena, AKA Dopest D.
Hi, I'm Janelle Cheyenne.
Hi, I'm Heather, also known as Henny.
And we are
the Sneaky Link Podcast. Tripod. I don't know. I feel like it's 100, but I've been told it's more than that.
I think I definitely am in the 200s.
I have at least 250 just at my house. Yeah.
All right, first shoe in the rotation.
So the first shoe in my rotation is this baby right here, the What the Paul Rodriguez that I got from StockX. Thank you very much. I think these are absolutely amazing. A must-have in any collection. Definitely going in my rotation ASAP as soon as I cut this tag off. I love this shoe. I had been wanting this shoe for a while. I think the details on this are amazing. I think the colors are beautiful. Yeah, I'm really grateful to have these. And there's usually an SB in my rotation every week.
The first shoe in my rotation, shout out to StockX, I got is the Bubbles Powerpuff Girl SBs. Like every other 90s girl, I grew up watching Powerpuff Girls and I loved Bubbles. So I'm finally happy to have them in my rotation.
And the first shoe I have in my rotation is the Born and Raised SB Dunks. Shout outs to StockX for finally lacing me with these because I have wanted these for a really long time. We all have got to see the evolution of Born and Raised, and to even just have a piece of this is just so important. So I'm just really thankful that I was able to actually get this shoe from StockX. I mean, these shoes are just so amazing. So I cannot wait to put these in my rotation.
Like as a child, in a sense, I feel like we all like shoes to an extent when we were younger, but I probably didn't really get into it deeper until right out of high school. I grew up on the reservation, so there wasn't too many sneaker spots by us. We had to go into the city for that. Probably around 2010, it just turned into a whole experience where I started buying more and more shoes, and here we are.
So I first got into shoes in high school, and then I stumbled upon collecting sneakers, made it a whole hobby, which turned then into a career in a sense.
So I first got into sneakers actually at a really young age. I started seeing other kids just picking different stuff, and I'm like, well, there is something to this. Let me get into it, So, but I started taking it seriously probably around middle school. From there, it was just, yeah. I was a collector at that point, so I was pretty young.
So next in my rotation is a classic Jordan 1 High. This is a Union collab. This was their first Jordan collab, I do believe. I absolutely love this shoe. I just wore it on the pod this week for the millionth time, probably. As you can see, I wear my shoes. I wear this one a lot. Jordan 1s are just such a classic shoe. I feel like everyone needs it in their rotation at all times. I feel like it can go with any outfit, any mood, any occasion. Classic, absolutely amazing collab, and I love this color. And the pop of yellow, bomb.
I love the laces.
The laces are so good.
Yeah. So the next in my rotation is a pair of Nike Flyknit racers. These ones specifically are the Be True collection. I absolutely love Flyknit racers. They are one of my favorite shoes. They might, next to Jordan 1s, they might be one of the silhouettes that I have the most of. They're just so lightweight. They're one of the best throw-on shoes. They're one of the best summer shoes. This is one of my favorite pairs too, so yeah.
So the next shoe in my rotation is the CPFM Flea, I think 1. These were originally a lot more hairy. I did cut these down. These shoes are very special to me because I went viral in these. This is the shoe that people know me for, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
The Grinch went very, very, very viral in 2022, and I'm just really glad that I got these shoes because, man, it kind of changed my life a little bit. So I'm a big CPFM girly too, if you can't tell. This shoe is definitely a shoe that if you don't do it right, it'll wear you. So I want to be able to have really good balance when I wear pieces like this. This is something I only pull out every now and then because it is kind of more of a tough wear.
So we started our podcast almost a year ago now. We wanted to start this podcast just because we didn't really see any representation in the podcast world or the sneaker world for women like us who have a lot of opinions and a lot of things to say.
And it's nice being kind of the first women to kind of really do it to the extent that we are, like right now, especially being women of color. Obviously, there are other sneaker podcasts out there, but there weren't any like real women sneaker podcasts in the space. So, yeah.
So next in my rotation is this Atmos Animal Pack Air Max 1. Another phenomenal shoe. I honestly pull this shoe out like every so many months. I'm not typically really big on like shoes with the hair. Like there's certain shoes I'm like, I don't like it. This is just a really awesome shoe. I think it's gorgeous. I love the green detailing. And the fun thing about this one is I actually camped out for these. That was probably one of the last times I had really camped out too.
Yeah.
Like, cause that's not around anymore.
So next in my rotation are the Sakai waffles, the green pair. One of the first waffles that came out. I absolutely love the technology and just the new funky like silhouette. The little platform, it gives me a little inch off the ground, you know, that I love so much. And the green honestly just goes with everything as well.
It does.
Yeah.
I think for any sneakerhead that, you know, has been in the game a long time, this is something that we all want. You know, this is something that's very important. This is a grail, this is history. And I'm just, like I said, I'm so happy and blessed to even have these. This is one of those shoes that the more you wear it, the cooler it gets. And I love that about the Jordan 1.
The wear looks really good on this. Yeah. I would describe my personal style 90% of the time, I'm cozy. I feel like even the sweater I have on right now, like I'm totally cozy girl. I love to dress up, absolutely, and keep it chic every once in a while, but I'm definitely, if I can go out with style and comfort, that's where I'm at.
I'm very playful, very nostalgic, and very fandom. I'm into like a lot of like fandom pop culture things. So I love dressing up my shoes and incorporating it with anything that I'm into at the moment, or depending on where I'm going as well. So I like to be outwardly free with my love for different fandoms, and I love incorporating my love for shoes with it as well. And I love colorful shoes.
So I would describe my personal style more as like vintage meets streetwear. So like think of like Fran Dresser from The Nanny meets Vashti. That's me. So I am Fran Dresser meets Vashti, and I've always been into vintage, I've always been into streetwear. That has always just stuck with me and just evolved into just different things as the culture has evolved as well.
Okay, so next up for me is classic. I feel like everything I'm saying, it's classic. It is. So Black Cement 3s. This is literally my favorite shoe. I believe it's Janelle's favorite shoe as well. We share the love for that. I could literally get rid of all my shoes and wear this shoe forever. Like honestly, that like I feel like I could wear it every single day with whatever outfit. I could probably trade this right now and wear it. I just think it's such a good shoe. And this was also the shoe, like when they retroed this in 2011, that really like what escalated me getting into like Jordans the way I did. Cement elephant print is just amazing. I think it's such a good gray, and this is 2018 release, so.
Yeah. So next up for me is my Disney Vans. Aside from like the Nikes and Jordans, Vans is actually one of the bigger collections that I have because I do a lot of collaborations with a bunch of brands that I'm into, that I love. So they have a ton of different Disney Vans. This one specifically, I love the blocking on all of the panels. It's all the characters on them. They're obviously a staple when I go to the parks with them.
Nice. Okay, next up in my rotation is something a little different. We got the CDG Premiers. It originally, the silhouette at the top of the shoe came from a Nike soccer shoe called the Premier. And when I saw this, I immediately knew that this was like my speed. I love anything that pushes boundaries. I love the fact that this is something like the girls can put on and like make it something different. It's such a conversation starter. So I still need to get the white pair, but man, I love this shoe so much.
Good shoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's run it.
So last but not least in my rotation are these down Asics. I'm really bad at Asic numbers. These are the Gel Keanu 14s. I think I have another pair like this, but this was the collab. I just love the simplicity of it. It looks like a plain Asic, but it has the Jown brand. I really like their stuff they come out with. They do a lot of really good shoes that I like. And these are just really simple, really comfortable. I've taken these to Tokyo twice now. I've walked around in them all day. I'm 1000% behind the ASIC movement because I'm all about comfort these days. So I love it. Easy to wear, comfortable. Yeah.
All right, last in my rotation are the AJKO Union Jordan 1 Lows. These are the canvas pairs. I know there's like a leather pair out there, but I love these because you can interchange the swoosh on them. I didn't bring any with me, but under it says UNLA. So I love the details on these. I love white shoes, but I wear them so much. They're like one of the best summer shoes to me. So, yeah.
Okay, so the last shoe in my rotation, I actually just got these not too long ago. They just released, are the CPFM Air Force Ones. And I wanted to do something special to these because, as everyone knows, I'm a CPFM girly. And I decided to take in my own stones. And I did all this by hand. And I wanted to also just do something a little different because I knew a lot of people were probably going to do the customization with rhinestones, as we've already seen a lot of people on the internet do it. So for a flex, I took this from the CPFM Swarovski Dunk, which many other people don't have, and I put them on here so we could just, you know, flex it up because they're amazing and they should be shown off.
Take it away, Janelle. Take it away.
Okay. Follow us on all of our social media platforms. On Instagram, Sneaky Link Pod. We have a YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to that if you would love to watch us and watch what we have on every week.
Apple Podcast.
TikTok.
Oh yeah, we're on TikTok too. Make sure to follow us on TikTok, Sneaky Link Pod, and our audio platforms, Spotify and Apple Podcast.
So thanks for watching What's in Our Rotation.
Shout out StockX, and make sure you catch out our podcast, The Sneaky Leak Pod, on YouTube.
You can also shop our rotation in the description below. And we are
The Sneaky Link Podcast.